What I want to do today is I want to go through what the correct answers were for this. My puppy is on my lap, so if you see random dog paws pop up there, that's what's going on. So here we go. Here is the key to the first assignment, and that's the puppy. Okay, so here we go. Now notice this here says 70 degrees, right? So if that's 70 degrees, and this whole corner has to be 90, that means this little blue sliver is 20. Now notice the red twirl here. So this means we're going a whole way around a circle, which is 360, plus this little wedge more. So this turn was 320 degrees. 380 degrees, sorry. Now let's look at the next one. Same idea. This whole corner has to be 90 degrees. So if this is 40, we would do 90 minus 40, and then we end up with 50 degrees. So that's the answer to number 2. Okay, now look at number 3. Look at this twirl, all right? Notice it's going backwards. Counterclockwise is positive, right? This way is negative. So, you know the answer is going to be negative. It goes all the way around, so that's 360. So you know it went negative 360. So from here to here is negative 360. But then it goes this much more. So from here to here is negative 180. Negative 180 and another 50 would be negative 230. So if you put this together, this would be negative 590 degrees. All right, next one. Notice it goes in this direction, counterclockwise, so it's positive. Now, what's a whole way around a circle? 360. This is almost the whole way around a circle, except this little section's made up with 330 degrees. All right, next one. Number 5 here. Now, notice we're going backwards. Clockwise means negative. So I'm going from here to here. Now, see how this is 150? All right. What's a whole way around a circle? 360, correct? Well, that means if that's a whole way around a circle is 360, and from here to here is 150, and you subtract those, I get 210 degrees. So that means I went backwards 210 degrees. Another way you can think about it is from here to here is 90, right? 90 plus what makes 150? That would make that 60. So another way of thinking about it, if that's 60, then this has to be 30. So from here to here would be negative 180, and then negative 210. All right, look how many times this swirls. Now, got to figure out it's going counterclockwise, so it means it's positive. So I go once around, that's positive 360. Then we go once around again. That's another positive 360. Then we go almost the whole way around again. Now if you notice, this says 80. Since this corner has to be 90, that means that's 10 degrees. So that means it's 10 degrees short of 360, which would be 350. So I'm going to add all those together. 360 plus 360 plus 350. That means we went around positive 1,070. All right, now let's look at number 7. Look which way it's going. It's going clockwise. It's going down. It means it's negative. So I go all the way around, all right? So that means I'm going at least negative 360 and a little extra. Now see how that's 30? That means that's an extra 60. So we went backwards 360, and then down another 60, which means we went negative 420 on that one. And finally, number 8, we're going this direction, counterclockwise. That is positive. So I'm going around once, and then we're going around 180, and an extra 50. Is an extra 230. And we end up with 590 for that one. So that's how we do the first bunch. All right, so that was the angles. Now, let's take a look at these guys. It says state the quadrant in which each terminal side of each angle lies. Okay, so here we go. Trick is we got to graph these. So, negative 95 means we're going down. So remember, each corner is 90. So from here to here is 90, so I'm going a little bit past 90, and I end up here. So this is 1, 2, that means we ended up in quadrant 3 for that one. Okay, number 10, 420. That's positive, so that means I'm going up. So I'm going all the way around, that's 360. So if I take 360 away from that, it means I'm going 60 past this guy. Hey, that lands me in quadrant 1. So that's 1. All right, number 11. 65 degrees. So I'm going to graph it. Well, this is 0. This is 90. 65 is about there. So that is also in quadrant 1. Negative 315. Negative means I'm going down. Now, what's a whole way around a circle? And I'm hoping you're thinking a whole way around a circle is 360. So that means I'm going all the way around to here, backwards, which also lands me in the first quadrant. Okay, negative 260. Now remember, this is 0, and every one of these lines is 90 degrees apart. So this is 0, negative 90, negative 180, negative 270. So that means negative 260 puts me there in quadrant 2. Okay, negative 210. Okay, so again, this is 0. Down would be negative 90, negative 180, negative 270. So negative 210 is still going to be in that location, which is also quadrant 2. All right, negative 80. Put it here, right? This is 0. This is negative 90. So it means negative 80 is right about there, down 80. Now again, guys, the quadrant numbers go 1, 2, 3, 4. So negative 80 would put us in quadrant 4. Okay, 28 degrees. Well, this is 0, this is 90. Positive goes up. 28 would be in the first quadrant. Okay, negative 188. So what you should have done for this one is this is 0. No, negative means we're going down. So negative 90, negative 180. So negative 188 is going to be a little bit past the negative 180 line. So that's quadrant 2. And 310. 310 is positive. Positive means I'm going up. So this is 0. Positive 90. Positive 180. Positive 270. And back around again would be 360. So 310 is kind of close to 360, and that is quadrant 4. All right, so that's how you do the quadrants. You actually have to make the sketches. And now finally, state if they are coterminal. Coterminal means do these guys land in the same spot? All right, so what I'm going to do is graph 25 degrees. That's 0, that's 90. 25 would put me here. Now, negative 335. Negative means I'm going around this way. All right, so what's a whole way around a circle? 360. So if I do 360, right, minus this 25, would I end up with 335? And I do. That means I went backwards 335. So that guy's going to be yes. All right, number 20, 165. That's 0, 90, 180. 165 puts me there, right? So from here to here is 90, right? What's 165 minus 90? 75. Okay, that means this corner would be 75, And this corner would be 15 because these two have to add up to be 180. Now, I'm sorry, these two have to add up to be 90. Now, we've got to figure out where 125 lands us. So 125 is a big angle. So what's a whole way around a circle? 360. So if I go a whole way around, let's do 525 minus 360. I get 165. Oh, see how that's the same thing? So yes, those are coterminal angles. They land in the same spot. All right, now number 21, I'm going to do down here. 320. So I'm going to graph 320 first. So this is 0, 90, 180, 270, 360. All right, 320 is almost to here. So 320, right? Now if that's 320, that means this little edge in here would be 40. Okay, now I got to see if negative 680 lands me in the same spot. So if I'm starting here, negative 680, and I go backwards, well, actually let's get rid of the negative for a minute. If I subtract 360 from that, 680 minus 360, I get 320. That would be negative 320 because we're going backwards. So, I'm going to draw it here. So negative 680 means we go backwards 360 and an extra 320, which would put me here. Did these lines land in the same spot? No, they didn't. Okay, let's take a look at 22. All right, 22, the first one they want us to graph is 245. So 0, 90, 180, 270. Okay, 270 is there. So 245 is about there, from here to here. That's 245. All right, negative 115. Let's graph that. I'll actually put it in a separate graph so you can see it. Negative 115, that's 0, negative 90, negative 180. So negative 115 will put me about there. So they are in the same location. Now here's the deal. They are coterminal if these guys will add up to be 360. This is another way of doing it. So if I take 245 and add on 115, do I get 360? I do. Yes. Okay. Let's try 23 now. I'm going to do another piece of paper. 23. I'm going to graph 5 degrees. 5 degrees. Bloop. 5. All right. Now, negative 535. So that means I'm going a whole way backwards. So what's 535 minus 360? So I take my calculator, do 535 minus 360, and I'm getting 175. That means we're going backwards 175. So that's back 90, and 175 would be there. Are these guys landing in the same spot? No, they're not. Okay. And then finally, 24. I'm going to graph 170 first. This is 0. It's positive, so I'm going up. 180. So 170 pulls me to about there. Okay. Now, negative 530. Negative 530, right, means I'm going back. So a whole way around would be 360. So 530 minus 360, so I'm using my calculator and subtracting those. I'm getting 170. So I'm going to go back 170. So that would be back 90, back 170. Right? Did these guys land in the same spot? No. So coterminal means if you graph each one, they would land in the same location. Right? Again, just to make that point, I want to redo number 19 so you can see it one more time. Right? Look at number 19. If I graph 25 degrees, right, it'd be right there. And if I graph negative 335, that's negative 90, negative 180, negative 270, right? If these two guys add up to be 360, which they do, that's how you know they're coterminal. All right, so I have you guys practicing this one more time. before we move on to the next topic in trigonometry.